Good day everyone, I am Victor, the moderator for this webinar. I welcome everyone to today's webinar, which is Excel Spreadsheets Validation for Part 11 to Eliminate 483S. I want to introduce our presenter for today, David Nettleton. Computer System Validations Principal, David Nettleton is an industry leader, author and teacher for 21 CFR Part 11, Annex 11, HIPAA, EDU GDPR software validation, and computer system validation. I would now like to hand over the floor to the speaker. Over to you, David.
Hey, thank you so much and welcome everyone. We've got a really great webinar today. It is full of information that is difficult to find, even more difficult to understand. But the great news is everything we're going to do together started in 1997. The same year that 21 CFR Part 11 was promulgated by the FDA is the year that Microsoft updated Excel to be Part 11 compliant. And so every version of Excel since 97, all the way up to like Office 365, is compatible with what we're talking about today. In this webinar, we're going to learn how to create an Excel spreadsheet application that's GxP compliant. Now the X stands for one of three variables: good something practices. The X could be L, laboratory animals, or C, clinical trials with human subjects, or M, manufacturing. So all of those GxPs talk about paper records. Part 11 allows you to use electronic records and electronic signatures. And so Excel is a natural for using electronic records. So we're going to understand how to validate an application with minimal documentation. We're going to use fill-in-the-blank templates that you can use for validating anything, any kind of COT software. You could validate a LIMS system or a laboratory instrument, or it could be an ERP system, or a data management system, or a document management system. Any kind of GxP application is the same validation templates as you use for Excel. We're going to have an interactive workshop where we do all of this stuff live in Excel. So it's a really good webinar that gives you lots of information that you can use immediately. Okay, here's our agenda. We're going to talk about how to develop a spreadsheet application, how to validate the application, and then we're going to talk about and during all of that time, you're welcome to send chat questions. And then we're going to have our workshop live in Excel. You can still send chat questions. And then we're going to open up the lines for a verbal Q&A discussion. Okay, let's start with why are spreadsheets so popular? Spreadsheets are a repository for critical data and for making critical decisions. Why is compliance a problem? Well, many companies don't even know that they have spreadsheets are in use. So you're not going to validate a spreadsheet if you don't even know you got it. Many users feel that the spreadsheet is doing nothing more than acting as a calculator, and they say it's not a software application that has to be validated. All right, let's go through the 6 requirements for a Part 11 compliant spreadsheet. Number 1, use of the application must be restricted to the intended users. Number 2, the application must contain a version designation. Number 3, the application must have cell protection. Number 4, the application must have data entry checks for data entry cells. Number 5, the application must have an audit trail. Okay, number 6, the last one, the application must format the data outputs to meet the data requirements. So let's go through the 10-step risk-based approach that was invented in 2003. So we start off with user requirements. So let's go to risk assessment. Let's talk about how you do this in real life. Then we write our functional spec. Every non-blank cell is specified. Now we write our test cases. So now that we've got our test cases written, now we're going to approve all the documents created so far. So now we're going to write a use of SOP. So how do you use the spreadsheet application? Let me give you some examples of requirements. How to turn on the audit trail. Well, the audit trail is a 2-step process. It's never called audit trail. And the first thing is you have to turn on the length of time the audit trail is retained. But then you want to view the audit trail and you have to say tools, track changes, highlight changes. It's never called audit trail. And then you have to remove all the checkboxes and then only select list changes on a new sheet. Okay. Then the audit trail will display, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's read only. All your data changes are there. Only data changes are there. And then you save the file again, and what you're viewing disappears from your view, and you have to redisplay it. So The audit trail is 2 steps to make it happen, 2 steps to view it. Okay, and it's never called audit trail, so it's tricky. So I thank you for your attention today.
And that's all for today, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Good day, everyone. Bye-bye.